The peace train, the peace train. Cat Stevens, Peace Train. AOA podcast, Wednesday episode with peace in the Middle East. The Gaza peace plan is happening. This is breaking news less than 60 minutes ago before we air. President Trump tweeting, truthing. I don't even know what he does, but we have it for you, announcing that phase one of the 20-point peace plan in the Middle East. 45 days, 45 points. We hit day 45. We saved Dunder Mifflin. Stop it. It always comes back to the office for me. I'm sorry. Peace plan is happening. Hostage exchange will begin. I'll share all the details with you. This is a huge breaking story. We don't get to break news on the podcast often, but we're breaking news with you on this episode. Plus, Candace Owens finally goes over the edge with the Charlie Kirk crazy conspiracy theories. I'll tell you what she said, what the latest is that she said, and how she is just going back to the normal attention-seeking playbook. Meghan Markle is back in the top 3 stories of the AOA podcast. She has embarrassed herself once again. Another faux pas for Double M. I'll share with you what happened. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced presenters and performers for this year's ceremony. It looks pretty good. Elbo Room is making some news. This bar down in Fort Lauderdale, I'll share why. And we have a Dolly Parton health update for everybody. Oh, my friends, put it all together in a neat little sandwich. And that is today's podcast du jour. Sounds delicious. Dumb and Dumber reference, an Office reference. My friends, we are off and running. We are off and running on this episode. Let's put all the beautiful people's comments up there. Hello, everybody in live chat land. I can see we've got emojis rolling. Oh, the chair is back. The chair is back. Everybody is here saying hello to each other. Love to see it. Welcome in, everybody. Let's get with the big breaking story. In the last hour, like I said, President Trump announcing, I have a little caption here for you guys to take a look at on the old screen-a-rooski. President Trump putting on Twitter, on the official POTUS account, I am very proud to announce that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of our peace plan. On the peace plan. This means that we got to get Cat Stevens. We got to get Cat Stevens involved in this whole thing. I think first day of the new Gaza opening night, we all go to the new Pizza Hut Express, the Pizza Hut KFC Taco Bell Express. It's going to be amazing. We all get a little bite to eat, a little bite of freedom, I like to call it. And then we all go see Cat Stevens perform by the water. Should be a lot of fun. Anyway, this means that all the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed upon line as the first steps toward a strong, durable, and everlasting peace. All parties will be treated fairly. This is a great day for the Arab and Muslim world, Israel, all surrounding nations, and the United States of America. And we thank the mediators from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey who worked with us to make this historic and unprecedented event happen. Blessed are the peacemakers. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. It's amazing. It's an amazing tale what took place. It was just a few days ago they announced the 20-point plan. Everybody mocked it. We did. Everybody hoped for it, but mocked it at the same time. We are Americans, New Yorkers, Italians. We're cynical. But to see this part of the process happen, it's exciting. We had the announcement. Then we had Hamas answer and say, hey, we got to figure more out. I think that was like on Friday. Sunday was the deadline. They keep chopping away at it. And here we are Wednesday with phase one seemingly in full swing. It's kind of amazing. When you think about all the crazy things we've all been a part of these last couple of years, peace in the Middle East, I don't think was on anybody's bingo card. but it's nice to see. And I'm not naive. Listen, I know a lot can go wrong. A lot of presidents and world leaders haven't touched this because it's such a powder keg and anything could go wrong. One bad actor could set this whole process back. You just hope and pray that that doesn't happen. I mean, I think that's what everybody is feeling right now. If you feel differently, let me know. But I mean, we're potentially looking at peace in this area for the first time in I don't even know how long. It's kind of amazing. If this goes all the way, I mean, the world is so back. The world is so back from the pandemic. So back. I think it would be amazing. I'd like to do, you guys know I'm great at impressions. Coming off the news that phase 1 of the peace plan has been agreed to by Israel and Hamas, I'd like to do an impression of not one, not two, but everybody at MSNBC right now. Oh, fuck. Fuck, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I mean, this is a move of all time from President Trump. I mean, literally does things that upset half the country. And now he's staring down the barrel of peace in the Middle East between Israel and the Palestinians. If this is not the, I studied 3 minutes before the test in homeroom and aced the test maneuver, I don't know what is. And we've all been there, right? We've all of us, no matter how dumb we all are, and some of us pretty dumb. We've all been there in that scenario in high school where we're like, oh, that test is today. Oh shit. And then you grab your little fucking index cards and you're just like, let me just give me a second. I'm going to fucking fail. And then you take it and then it comes back with a 98 on it or some shit like that. And you're like, I can't believe it. I cannot believe I did it. That's where President Trump is at right now. It's pretty remarkable. I mean, it's amazing. Terrible time to be a Democrat. Awful time. Not that I want to go into the right versus left thing, but you have to admit there are Democrats everywhere, including at MSNBC, that are like, shit, I don't fucking believe this. Because he'll be hailed as one of the great presidents of all time. If he can do this and leave office with this peace still in place, he will be considered one of the greatest presidents of all time. Now, if he does this, and by the time he leaves office, there's not only peace in the Middle East, but there is that Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC Express. No doubt in my mind, number one president. Move aside George Washington, because what you did was nothing compared to having so much freedom and America in Gaza that we've got chalupas and an individual pepperoni pizza. You know what I'm saying? Nothing beats that. Nothing beats that. John Adams couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could have. FDR, you name it. You name all the great presidents. They'll all be standing behind this guy right here with his Pizza Hut, Taco Bell Express. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be, I'm so excited. You know, I've been eating well. I'm going to go fly off the diet and fly to Gaza to take in that grand opening. The first fucking Raising Cane's to get into Gaza is going to be fire. It is going to be fire. I don't know if Post Malone is going to own it. I feel like he owns like 10 of those things. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And I'll say this too, because Paul, Paul's been on, Kushner's been on his knees over there. By the way, I almost lost it before. I don't know if you saw me laughing because there's a lot. The cuck memes. Phase 1, peace and hostage exchange. Phase 2, cuck chairs. Wait until cuck stuff hits Gaza. Because we're gonna get to a point where there's gonna be so much peace and rebuilding in Gaza that they're gonna be like, you know what? We should watch our wives with other people. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe America, they've been on to this, they've been on to something all along. We just We haven't, you know. Will we ever get to a point where a Palestinian will watch an Israeli bang his wife, or an Israeli watch a Palestinian bang his wife? Because the universal peace language, as we all know, is cuckolding. I think. I think. I don't know. I'm ready to crown Trump with the Nobel Cuck Prize right now, Miss Justice. Maybe we should let him finish. Maybe we should let it ride out and see how it is. But the Nobel Cuck Prize, he'll have that. We will be, as you know, there's nobody else who's prepared to give out such an honor other than this very podcast and the AOA holes. So we'll take a vote, you know, because maybe you guys want to go. Maybe you guys want to, I don't know, maybe you want to give it to Post Malone for how many Raising Cane's he's opened. I don't know how you're feeling on any given day. We'll see. Well, this is a democracy. We'll all vote and we'll pick our first Nobel Cuck Prize. What do we get? Is it just like a golden chair on top of a trophy, like just a bunch of, you know how the wood goes up on a trophy? Or is it like one of those plastic clear trophies? It's just a big plastic clear cuck chair. Let's get a design committee going in the live chat and see which way you guys want to go with this, because, you know, I'm open to all the possibilities. If you can't cuck, are you really free? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So we'll see. A golden toilet. It is a chair. It is a chair. It's a good first suggestion. Right out of the gate, Miss Justice she's got everybody else trailing behind her. A golden toilet is the thing to beat. That's the one to beat. So we'll see what happens. I checked in on the cable news networks. Everybody's got a live stream of Gaza right now, which is kind of amazing for cable news. They know how to be boring and exciting all at the same time. They're just streaming. It's just dark sky. It's just dark over there. They're just streaming dark skies, and they're just like a live look at Gaza right now. But listen, this is huge. I don't think anybody thought that we could get even this far. So fingers crossed, hoping for peace. Hopefully Candace Owens can just shut the fuck up already and not stir the pot at all and allow this thing that nobody thought was really possible to happen. I mean, it would be amazing. I'm ready to kidnap Candace Owens, not like throw her in a van or anything like that. Like, you know, just like cut her internet connection to her home. I guess kidnap was the wrong word now that I think about it. But yeah, I'm ready to sabotage Candace Owens' internet connection so she can just shut the fuck up over the next 5 days and let the real adults deal with the peace talks over there. Not to have her going, I think it was Israel that killed her. You know, I mean, just shut the fuck up. I'm so fucking sick of Candace Owens. I'm beside myself. She's getting me to almost Meghan Markle levels. Like she's really, really pissing me off. Here's her latest two things, which is just driving me up a fucking wall. She went on her stupid show the other day, and who was the guy? Do you remember Project Veritas? You remember the Project Veritas guy? When he was going to drop a huge bombshell on the Epstein thing, and he sat there. We played the video. It's the most cringeworthy thing I've ever seen. He's like sitting in a chair. He's like, I don't know about this one, guys. I'm really worried. I'm not going to take my own, just that whole bullshit. I just was like, I still get all cringy. I still get a little flop sweat from thinking back to the Project Veritas guy going with that bullshit. And I wake up this morning and somebody sent me a clip, and I don't really check DMs that often. Ted, Phil, Ryan, you know who you are, sent me the clip of Candace on her show basically pulling this exact card. She pulled this exact same card. And I look at it and I go, this is just attention seeking behavior. That's all this is. I don't doubt that Candace Owens has said enough things to piss people off that she's gotten death threats. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that she's mixed it up with people to the point where she's really offended a lot of, oh, Jesus, what is going on with Miss Justice? She's on fucking fire. Cuck Lives Matter. Have we done that one before? I'm always tempted to not even call this a live chat anymore. Just a live cuck memeing. Is that a thing? Cucks Against Humanity is really good. Little gold guy sitting in a little chair. Is that the Nobel Cuck Prize idea? That's pretty good. I like that. We got a lot of the stuff in the live chat. Again, it's not hard to do, but it's better than the podcast itself. You guys are fucking killing it right now. Anyway, she goes back to this same old card. Again, well, that's what I was saying. I don't doubt that she's had death threats and she's pissed people off and things have gotten a little hairy for her. But at the same time, I think she's dealing with a mental illness at this point. I think she's, you know, that thirst trap when people are just like totally living their lives on Instagram and need to be like in the Instagram thing. They need to take the perfect photo. They need to have everybody thinking that their lives are just wonderful and perfect and way better. And then they just get lost in it. And then they could never look good enough and they could never get the right pose down. And their whole world is just based off of how many likes they get. And then they're just depressive in real life and everything. I think that's kind of where she's at. I really believe, really and truly, Candace Owens has a mental illness. And it's getting to the point where kind of how we've stopped talking about certain people on this show because I don't want to pump them up or give them a platform at all. Like OJ, we never talked about OJ. I always just thought it was like terribly inappropriate to amplify the crazy things that OJ Simpson would say. This guy's a murderer. Like, it becomes less fun. You know, I think you think about the parents of Nicole and Ron, and it's like it becomes weird. I never did it because I just felt uncomfortable doing it. And I never talked about it a lot when he was alive because I just felt like, and that's self-righteous shit, you know? But I'm at the point with Candace where it's like I can't be doing this with her all the time. It's just inappropriate. You know, it's just inappropriate. If you don't believe me or you think I'm overreacting, please share. But this is what she said on her latest show. Take a listen to this.
I went ahead this week and sent around a life insurance policy of sorts, a package rather, to people that I trust, a package filled with text messages, emails, private communications, videos, and private legal documents. So if anything happens to me, you guys will know exactly who it is that has been making my life a living hell over the past couple of years.
It's the Project Veritas guy all over again. She sent a package around to trusted people so that if anything happens to her, we'll know exactly who it is. Let me ask you a question, and this is for the Candace Owens fans, and I generally want your answer on this. For somebody who comes on the air and spouts out the craziest, most absurd, stupid, and silly Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories without flushing out any of them, and yes, I know the group text was legitimate. For somebody who's like, it's not a done, but I'm just getting it out there. Why isn't she just getting this out there? With that approach of like, oh, it doesn't have to be a full, complete investigation with facts that were confirmed because we're just getting the truth out there. Why are you holding this back then? I'll wait. Explain it to me. I'll wait. No, I'll wait. I have time. I'm a podcaster. This is all I do all day. I have time. I'll wait. I'll wait for the explanation. Now explain it to me. I want to know. I want to know why every last crazy fucking thought she had about how Charlie Kirk was assassinated got right on the air, but this deserves a much more secretive thing. Does anybody have an answer for that? Comment below. I'd love to know. I have a feeling I'm the asshole here and she's not, So if that's your view, please tell me, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. She's drumming up views. She's doing it at the cost of her supposed friend. And again, I sit here waiting for Erica Kirk to say something because I don't get it. I don't get it. Somebody's got to explain this to me. I don't get it. And let me tell you why I think she's suffering from a mental illness. Listen to where she takes it from here.
People that are trying to bankrupt me, trying to bankrupt me and my family, that are threatening us, to sue us. Everything that Kanye said was so real. Okay. I'm now at that point where you look back and you go, man, Kanye was right. He was really saying something about what it takes to leave.
Okay. When you're looking at Kanye West and you're like, you know who's making a lot of good points is that crazy guy over there who's spouting out all the anti-Semitic, the guy who dresses up in live chat. Be honest with me. Is it me? Is it me? Am I the crazy one? Have I wandered into a bizarro episode of The Twilight Zone? Or did Candace Owens just cite Kanye West as a source of truth for what's really happening in the world? But no. I'm crazy. No, I must be. You know what? I probably have to do my own research here, right? I probably have to do my own research. No, Kanye had it right. I'm the one who's all fucked up. Kanye and Candace Owens figured out the world, and the rest of us are just stupid for not going along. I'm telling you, man, if you spend a second believing anything that this idiot says, I can't help you. I just can't help you anymore. You know who had it right all along? Kanye. I'm at the point in my life where I realized Kanye was right. You know what point I call that? The point where we commit you to a facility. That's the point. That's how I categorize that point. When you could look at Kanye and go, well, he's got a lot of points there. He's making some really great points. You should be put into a fucking straitjacket. This is the problem with society right now. Everybody's got to be coddled and, oh, okay. 30 years ago, they'd be like, just put that person in a padded room for that person. And everybody was happy and everybody was fine. Do you know? Thanks, Lindarella, for telling me. At least Lindarella will be honest with me and tell me that it's me. You see, it's you. You're the problem. It's you. It's me. I think it is. I think you're right. Thank you, Bird, for confirming. Paul, thank you. I mean, I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. And if you guys could live in my comments for 5 seconds, anytime I say anything bad about Candace Owens, it's do your research, or you're a sheep, or you're this, or you're that, or she's speaking the truth. Protect Candace at all costs. Protect Candace at all costs. Are you fucking kidding me? Protect her. We need to be protected from crazy people like this. Did anybody have that on their bingo card? Candace Owens sides with Kanye West. Reaches that point.
Last couple of years, people that are trying to bankrupt me and my family, that are threatening us, to sue us. Everything that Kanye said was so real. Okay. I'm now at that point where you look back and you go, man, Kanye was right. He was really saying something about what it takes to leave.
To leave what? The reality? Earth? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What it takes to leave. Sanity? To leave sanity? Where are we going with this? Where are we going? Where are we going? I don't get it. And I love how she goes, people are trying to bankrupt me. They're suing me. You called the wife of the French president a dude with nothing to back it up. Total speculation. It was proven to be wrong. It was debunked 1 billion times. Right-wing outlets, left-wing outlets all say it is completely false. She's sitting there going, I'll give you blood. I'll give you hoochie picture, whatever. You can look at my vag, whatever. Like I was born with one. I have one now. She's going to sue the shit. You're getting sued because you're a fucking asshole. That's not people like that are out for you. If you're a dick, you're going to get what's coming. I don't know. People are trying to sue me because you're fucking harming them. That's why people are trying to sue you. The French, Bridget Macron didn't wake up one day and go, you know what? Whose life I'm going to try and ruin? Candace Owens, because she didn't do anything to me. You know, I don't give a shit about Bridget Macron. I don't care if she was a man. If she's not a man, I don't care. I don't give a shit. But it's like everybody seems to know that this is bullshit except for you. And then you're going to use it as a thing of like, I sent a package around a little life insurance because my life is in danger. Your fucking life is not in danger. You're batshit crazy. There's a difference. I believe your life is in danger by you. Like, I mean, you're going to do something that's just, extreme. And then it's going to be, I mean, people that are trying to bankrupt me. Yeah, people you defamed. Fucking asshole. Again, listen, I don't doubt that there are people that have a big issue with her. I mean, I have a big issue with her. Not enough to threaten her or anything like that. I don't doubt that there's people that are like, have tried to get her fired. I'm a goofy radio jock turned podcast host. Okay. People tried to get me fired. You wouldn't even believe what people tried to have me fired over. You wouldn't even fucking believe. I gotta tell you something. There was a movie called, I think it was Peter Rabbit one time. There was some scene about Peter Rabbit shot nuts at people and whatever. And it was like, and the people who had peanut allergies viewed it as like controversial or insensitive or something like that. And I said, I relayed this story on the air. Do you know people called and wrote my employer for weeks to have me fired because I just talked about it? They didn't even hear it. Nobody heard what I said. And they tried to have me fired over me passing a comment on some crazy movie scene and how it's just, it's a fictitious CGI rabbit. It's a story for kids. And these people are out there going, oh, it's insensitive to the peanut allergy. It's like there's no more peanuts on planes and schools. Like we've done our part to protect the peanut people. The fucking Peter Rabbit movie is not gonna take any innocent lives. And I don't even think I took that strong of a stance on it. When I tell you people, they showed me. People were calling on a daily basis. How could you be so into? People were out for blood. And I was a fucking DJ in New York making no money. You know what I mean? Just grinding out, trying to make a name for myself. And I had people who had never heard of me before organizing writing campaigns to have me fired. That's what happens when you do this. That's what you sign up for. That's why we've all gone independent, because we are tired of being pushed around by people. And I have news for you. It ain't the left. It ain't the right. It's fucking everybody. Everybody at one point or another. That was one instance in 30,000 instances where people tried to get me fired. Even I would say stuff on this show when I was still on regular radio, and people would call my regular radio employer and try to have me fired all the time. Like that happened until the last day that I walked out of a radio studio being paid by somebody else. That's just the way it is. And if I wasn't solely responsible for this show, me and Frankie C and J Sabs and Cuddles and Aaron don't really ever say anything outrageous. But if we weren't in charge of our own destiny here, people would be writing to us to have us fired. So that's just the way it is. Grow the fuck up. When you agree to do this for a living, that's what you agree to do. And when you say really dumb shit, people are going to get upset about it. And some people are going to pull money from you. Some people are going to try and have you fired. Some people are probably going to even send you death threats. You think I haven't had fucking death threats? I get death threats. I used to get them a lot more. But death threats happen. That fucking shit happens. You know, it's part of it. It's part of it. Especially when you live in a heated world like we live in now, and you say strong-minded shit like Charlie Kirk would say, like she says, like Tucker Carlson says, like sometimes I say on occasion. You know, I mean, we're a little goofier. We try and have a little more fun with everything. But when you're in this crazed world and you're just continuing to fuel the fire because it's all that you have to create a livelihood for yourself, if she doesn't have controversy, nobody cares. So you're just feeding the dragon all the time. And then one day the dragon's going to bite you back. You know, that shit is going to happen. She's sitting there acting like, oh, these people, so I'm speaking the truth and so on. Like, you partially you signed up for this, Candace. You know? And listen, what happened with Charlie was tragic and nobody thought it was going to happen. And it's so sad, and stuff like that shouldn't happen. You know? But she's sitting here in her little studio and acting like, this fucking, give me a fucking break already. I've sent out packages so you know what'll happen. Again, so saying half truths about what happened to your friend is okay, but exposing the person who's, if you have such a powerful army, if you're such a powerful persona, take that person to task now. Do it now. You fucking fake and fraud. I'm so fucking sick of her. I'm so fucking sick of her.
You know, to fight for custody of your own soul. Just leave me alone. Let me say what I believe and you say what you believe. Fight fair. Why do you always have to make this threat to bankrupt people? And I want you to know that those people, if anything happens to me, they have my explicit permission to release it all, detonate it all, expose all of these people in politics and in the movement who behave like this behind the scenes. It's necessary.
But that's politics. But that's what politics is. Politics is, I have an interest, I have money. I will pay this politician to further my interest. Once that politician no longer wants to further my interest, I will not give them money anymore. I will threaten them that I won't give them money to get them back on track. And when that doesn't work, I will pull the money from them. And that's the same thing that happened to Charlie Kirk. That text message that she put out, and I said this the other day too. I'm like, if it's true, which it turned out to be true, that's par for the course. Charlie Kirk was running a non-for-profit organization. It lived and ran on donations. Do you think people were going to donate to him if he wasn't going to say the things that they believed in? So if he changes his mind and he changes course, why would a donor be like, well, he's not saying what I like anymore, but I'm still going to give him money? Why would they do that? That's not what would grow up. That's not what would happen. That doesn't mean that he should be assassinated. I'm not saying that. But to act like because a Jewish donor wants to pull $2 million because you're thinking about criticizing Benjamin Netanyahu, you're like, that's the world of politics. That's what it is. You know? And what Candace fails to understand is what Benjamin Netanyahu does doesn't necessarily represent all of the Jewish people. But when you paint in brushstrokes the way she does, you're just creating anti-Semitism. You know what I mean? Again, the powder keg that is the Israel-Palestine conflict has a million different sides to it. And you can't point to one and say that's good without exposing 4 other bad things that have happened. It's why I don't like talking about it. It's a loser topic. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you can engage in and go, oh, I have a side, you have a side, we'll debate this out. Like, it's not like that. There's no winning there for anybody, right? But the way she goes on with this Charlie Kirk stuff, it's just like an endless amount of just, oh, I'm starting to get attention with this anti-Semitic rhetoric. I'll just keep, and I'm not trying to silence her. I'm trying to tell her to smarten the fuck up. Like, that's why you're getting the reactions you're getting. Let me have my opinion and you can have yours. You know, that's fair. But again, what my dad said when I was in the 2nd grade, even though I probably shouldn't have heard this language at that point, holds true. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them and they all fucking stink. You can have your opinions, but also maybe you should be in a padded room at the same time, you know? At some point, the people who follow you blindly need to smarten the fuck up and be like, I don't even know why I'm watching this anymore. If you're watching somebody that's like, hey, you know who's making great points, Kanye West, evaluate your life. Evaluate your life. You have every right to watch. She has every right to say it. I'm glad you two have found each other in Crazy Town. But when you decide to come back to reality, fucking find something else to do with your life. There's so much other shit, but an hour with Price is Right would be better spent than spending an hour with Candace Owens. It just would be. It just would be. Here's another clip from, who the fuck is this? Hustle Bitch. Just when I thought AOA was a stupid name. Hustle Bitch tweeted out this clip of Candace Owens, who is, again, saying Charlie Kirk's death was a military hit akin to the Kennedy assassination.
That involved foreign actors. But I want to tell you that I actually believe that this was a military hit that involved foreign actors and also literal actors. I believe that that day ran something akin to JFK's assassination. I believe that there were therefore multiple decoys on the ground. I do not believe, just so I'm clear here, that the person who was walking up the stairs killed Charlie. In fact, my suspicion is that that photo was not even shot in the same day. I do not believe that the person who ran across Losey rooftop killed Charlie. I think it was another decoy. I do not believe that shot came from a Losey Center at all. And obviously, we all know that decoy George Zinn didn't kill Charlie. And I received an interesting tip about him as well, that he's much more connected than what meets the surface. That he potentially has connections to the federal department, familial connections to the federal department. And we are prodding that. It's getting interesting. Anyway.
Do you see what she does? Do you see what she does? George Zinn has familial connections with the federal, whatever the fuck. So what, his third cousin or something like that works for the fucking IRS or some shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a fucking thin thing. And she's like, oh, we're prodding this, by the way. Like, come back to fucking reality, you loser. I gotta ban it. I'm getting to the point where I don't know if I could keep entertaining. Remember when we just stretched out the Meghan Markle stuff where it became too much? I'm kind of there. Like, it's just like, I'm sorry. What happened to Charlie Kirk was a tragedy. He's an important figure in the political landscape of this country. He's not that important in the grand scheme of things. Again, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, Don Lemon, fucking Joy Reid, I mean, name them. And granted, the right is having a moment right now. They're bigger than the other ones. Okay. But all of these people, they're like, what's that saying? They're like roaches. You step on one, 50 others show up. Like, killing one person does nothing. There is no foreign entity on the planet that would think this will further our cause, or Israel's about to lose to Palestine because Charlie Kirk is changing his mind. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Come back to reality, you crazy asshole. These people, and I've said this about Joe Rogan too at times. And I've said this about Alex Jones about 40 fucking years ago. You get to a point where you have a conspiracy theory, then you have a couple, and then one of them kind of turns out to be fairly legitimate, like Epstein. And then all of a sudden, everything is a conspiracy. And I really feel bad for those people. I feel bad for the people that are on the right and the left, cable news, talk shows, podcasts. Like, to think about what the world would be like if something happened and then I have to figure out how to fit this into my little narrative. I would be exhausted. I would be fucking exhausted every day. But this is what these people, this is the world that they live in. This is the world they live in. It's so sad. And I can't wait until we get out of this hyper political time, because it's going to come. There's going to come a time where the politics, who the president is, who your senator is It's no longer going to matter to you that much. There's going to be so many other more important things to deal with and to discuss and talk about. I hope movies and music and TV shows become, because there was a time where that's really what we focused on, and politics took a back seat. We're going to go back to that. And I'm going to look back at all these people who have 0 followers now, and I'm going to be like, I hope you find more purpose in life. Then Candace Owens is going to be sitting here talking about why Rush is the best band and so much better than the Beatles, and be saying the same old crazy shit. She's going to be saying the same stuff. I sent a package around because I feel like all the Beatles fans are going to kill me, but Rush was better. She's going to be saying the same stupid shit. It's just, what is the hot topic of the decade so that I can stay fucking relevant with my picture frames, fake plant and cross in the background. Jesus Christ. This whole fucking thing.
That would suggest that there are thus a total of 4 decoys, like George Zinn, Staircase Guy, Maroon Shirt Guy, and Lozy Center Guy, none of which I believe actually pulled the trigger.
Everybody's a decoy. How do we know that Candace isn't a decoy right now? Do your research. Do your own research, sheep. Because I think that those 4 that she just mentioned and her are the decoy. Because the real thing is about to go down. And you know what it is. You know it's coming. Right? The real thing's about to go down. And I just want you to know that I sent a package to Frankie C in case anything happens to me. And he's going to release it to everybody. He really doesn't read text. So that was probably a mistake. Maybe nobody will ever know what happened to me. But I think hopefully Aaron will get a hold of it and let everybody know who finally got your old pal Ant. All right. I can't. My blood pressure is getting hot. You know, it's funny. I was at the doctor the other day and they took my blood pressure and they're like, your blood pressure is pretty good. And I'm like, is your machine? I go, why am I flying off the handle 3 nights out of the week? All the time. I'm like, I don't know about your little fucking thing there. Anyway, I think I'm going to go back to my previous life of ignoring Candace Owens and being a lot happier. I think that's going to be the thing. It's just, there's something that bothers me about this because it's so hypocritical and because she's just dragging her friend through the mud, her friend's memory through the mud. Like, everybody got so upset at all the people that were happy that Charlie Kirk died, and they all lost their jobs, and they all went through terrible things, right? And she's probably done more damage than anything else, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, it's good. Yeah, everybody was a decoy. Yes, he was killed from the behind him and the DJI microphone. Somebody, you know what it was? He had eaten sushi that day, and Benjamin Netanyahu snuck an explosive device in his gyoza, and then he blew him up from the inside. After 3 people who were decoys tugged on their shirt, they gave the international symbol for the exploding edamame, and that's how we lost Charlie Kirk, everybody. I don't know about the back of the hair today. It feels off, doesn't it? Anyway, Meghan Markle continues to be an embarrassment. See, that's the thing. We were hating on Meghan Markle for a little while, and now I'm at the point where, thank God we have Meghan Markle to laugh over. You know what I'm saying? When the world gets serious and all this, crazy real life stuff happens, Charlie Kirk loses his life, Candace Owens loses her fucking mind. Because, by the way, I'm sorry, I hate to go back on this. By the way, you can go back to see early Candace Owens shows when she was on the left, and she was just slinging mud towards the right, just whatever she could do to be popular. And then at some point she realized, oh, the right-wing people eat this shit up even more. And she completely changed who she was. And now this is the new her. Now politics isn't enough. It's let's criticize Israel and the Jews, right? And then when this is over, she'll be on to the next thing. It was the trans people with Brigitte Macron. Now it's the Jews and Charlie Kirk. Lord knows what it'll be next. You know, who the fuck knows? But thank God we have Meghan Markle, who sacrifices herself to continuously embarrass herself on the internet so that we have something to laugh at. You know, that's what's nice. That's what's nice. Hold on, let me check in on Bird here. This is a big paragraph and I don't read. My infection is giving me a weird echo of Han. I hear him somewhat normal, and then there's an after vibration where he sounds like a munchkin. Is that true? Did you eat the tainted edamame? Is anybody else getting this experience? Is it the podcast or is it Bird? So I'm worried about Bird. Paul says, Aunt, you should check out the theories. It'd be a great show. What theories? Did I miss something? I don't know. Fill me in on what theories. Because I by the way, we did an episode once a billion years ago when we had Timmy the intern, and he gave us the craziest conspiracy theories. And we were laughing. We were having such a good time. If we did that show today, everybody would be like, oh, this is real. This is a good one. Before we'd even have a chance to goof on it. The Charlie Kirk theories. Yeah, listen, I mean, maybe I'm not catching all of them, Paul. I feel like I'm catching quite a bit of them. Again, I said the microphone one. He got shot from the back one. He got shot from below is one. This guy's not the killer. It's some other killer. She named some other guy the other day. Look, I don't know. Okay. Could some of these things be right? Maybe. But just, I want you guys to consider this. At first, it was QAnon. Then it was the pizza place in DC with the children in the basement. Then it was the other. It's one after the other. And you know what? The day of reckoning never comes. Don't these people get tired? I have news for you. Life's a little boring. You get up, you take a shit, you have some breakfast, you go to a job that doesn't appreciate you as much as it should. A lot of people come home to a family that doesn't appreciate them as much as they should. And then maybe you get a little fried chicken, and maybe you get a little pie or ice cream at the end of the night as a little treat. You put on your favorite show. You try and take yourself out of this world for a couple minutes and laugh a little, or watch mystery crime theater, whatever the fuck you're doing. Then you go to bed and you get up and you start all over again the next day. I don't know why we're here. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense. There's kind of a beauty in it. And at the same time, there is a little bit of a strenuous boredom, depression thing to it, right? I get it. Life could be a little difficult sometimes. It could be a little not easy. But don't these people get tired of the day of reckoning never coming? It's just never coming. Trump's going to, JFK Jr. is coming back, and the pizza place, like it never happens. And nothing ever comes to fruition. Ever. Nothing. None of these crazy theories, the birds are not real. None of it ever comes to fruition. Now, do I think that some things can? I think the Epstein was one of those pivotal moments where it was like, well, this is really bad on a lot of levels. I believe. Do I think there's life somewhere, outer space, from another time, that kind of thing? It's being hidden and stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of think there's something there to that. What it is exactly, I don't know. But I'm not out here chasing every crazy conspiracy theory that goes out there like some of these people are acting like. And Charlie Kirk is the conspiracy theory du jour. How long until we find out that it's bullshit like all the other 30 ones that came before it? Like, I've seen this movie already, Candace. It's fucking boring. Get a life. Okay. Meghan Markle. That one wasn't my fault. We weren't blaming that one on Paul. He pulled me back into it. Okay. We are really moving on to Meghan Markle this time. Thank God we have Meghan Markle to embarrass herself on the internet, so we still have something to laugh at. Just some good old-fashioned laughs. Meghan Markle, I think, released a new white wine and maybe a new jam, or I forget. What's that term we use? Because she's not skilled enough to make jam. Spread? Fig spread? Fruit spread, or whatever the fuck they call it? Anyway, she did that. And then to go along with it, she put out an Instagram post, as she tends to do. I started to get excited over this now, like a little kid at Christmas time. It's Christmas morning. Every time I hear, oh, Meghan Markle put out another Instagram post that she immediately had to take down. 5 points for cuck spread. That was really good. Got to sneak that in there. She put this post up to announce her new jam or spread or whatever the fuck it was. And within seconds, people immediately identified that this photo had a problem with it. Let me bring this out. You know what? Let's make this big. This is big. This is big photo worthy. I'll give everybody I like that the live chat is right next to the photo. This is from Meghan Markle's Instagram. Of course, it was pulled down, so it was a screenshot. I'm on it now, man. She put something out. People are fucking messaging me right away. Get right in there and screenshot shit. All right. Can you tell what's wrong with this photo? Now, if you're not Italian, you might not know. And I say that as somebody who had to jar sauce at this time of year, every year. Every year, the tomatoes go out of season. Us Italians, we gather around in the backyard, in the front yard. Sometimes we even take up space in our neighbor's yard. I'm not going to lie to you. We're inconsiderate at times. And we boil the tomatoes, we peel them, we put them in the sauce thing, the fucking machine, we bottle them, we do all that stuff. So somebody who has jarred tomato sauce before, by the way, do you want to hear how stupid Italian I am? Cuddles and I gave away jars of sauce as our wedding favor. I don't know what that says about us. I've always been proud of it, but part of me feels like I shouldn't have been. Anyway, that's part of our story. But that's what we gave out as a wedding present because we always felt like we always got shitty wedding gifts, like candlesticks and all that. I don't give a fuck. So we're like, hey, everybody have Sunday sauce on us. This is part of our deal. It's just like what we like to do. Not that we like to do it, but we do like having really good sauce all winter long. But if you've ever done any sort of jarring or any sort of canning at all, you will easily be able to identify that poor old little Meghan Markle is holding the jar picking up apparatus the wrong way. The green part is what grabs the hot jar. The black part that is grabbing the jar is actually the handle. And anybody with any sort of sense would know this because the green part is longer and is more for gripping. It's a larger area to grip the hot jar than the two simple little black handles that are only on the top and they don't go down the sides. Fucking idiot. I mean, the Meghan Markle people are another one. I will... hold on, let me make myself a little bit bigger here. I will sit here and wait for you to explain why I'm an asshole. And Meghan Markle is the best thing that happened since sliced bread. Again, if this is not proof that she is an absolute fraud, I don't know what else is. I give up. I can't have arguments with people. I can't talk with people anymore. Like, if you're the big marmalade spread jam maker, the huge lifestyle brand entrepreneur that you want us all to believe that you are, when I've pointed out her countless misgivings before, she can't even hold the jar grabber thingy the right way. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know what the name of that thing is. I don't claim to be Miss Ever After or whatever the fuck, as ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out there like, ooh, look at me. Don't mind me. Just me. Cooking up my spread, my fruit spread on a Sunday. Just working hard. Just grinding. Fucking idiot. And the worst thing is that not only her, but nobody on her team realized this. Nobody on her team. Nobody that she employs. No PR people, publicists, whatever. Looked at the fucking photo and went, hey, idiot, this is not how you do it. That's not how it's done. So, but you know what? I've come around on Meghan Markle. In our heated times, in the craziness that we've reached, it's nice to have an idiot to laugh at. Do you know what I'm saying? Remember the dumb kid in your grammar school? And you were like, that guy's an idiot. But everybody had him. Oh, we could all laugh at the idiot. You know, it was fucking fun. You were kind of like, you know what's growing on me is that idiot. The class moron is really, you know, I'm really starting to like him. You know, because you always had somebody. You always had, no matter how bad you were doing or no matter how bad you did on a test, you were like, at least I'm not as stupid as Meghan over there. This is coming from somebody who said the word viola. Okay. Thank you, Bert. That's amazing. This is coming from somebody who can't even who spent a living talking, who makes a living talking, who can't even pronounce voila. And I could look at Meghan Markle and go, what a fucking idiot. At least I'm not that stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? At least I'm not that dumb. I also can laugh at myself and don't walk around pretending like my shit don't stink and I'm like the greatest entrepreneur ever. You know, I sold out of my 4 jars. Isn't this great, everybody? Who was the asshole that we got into the fight with? JVC, JVL, VHS. I forget his fucking name, but we're going to tag him in this clip and see what his fucking response is now. Explain to me how your wonderful princess here, the Duchess, is a genius entrepreneur and everybody else is just jealous. Explain it to me now. Explain it to me now. Meghan Markle has more posts taken down than we have posts put up. This woman takes down a post every 5 seconds because of how fucking stupid it makes her look. Okay. I'm done with this guy. Moving along. What's the next thing? Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I actually got a little excited over the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I feel like the class is like, okay. The class is okay. There's some things I'm excited about. There's some things I'm like, okay. You know. Let me see. This year's inductees: Bad Company, Chubby Checker, Joe Cocker, very excited. Cyndi Lauper. People are very excited. I'm not. I don't disrespect Cyndi Lauper. She gets in. Not my cup of tea, but gets in. I recognize the strength. Outcast, Soundgarden. I wouldn't have gone with Soundgarden. I got to be honest with you. And I'll tell you what. I think the White Stripes are brilliant. I just would have put a lot of other groups in first. I love Jack White to no end. You know, I really do. The White Stripes hit at a really important and pivotal time. Just when you needed rock simplified, you know. But I don't know. Salt and Pepper are going to get in, and Warren Zevon for musical influence. Tom Bell, Nicky Hopkins, and Carol Kay for musical excellence, and Lenny Waronker for the Ahmet Ertegun Award. You know, that's weird about the Hall of Fame. Like, there's some like people that get inducted as, you know, Hall of Fame inductees, and there's other people that get other weird awards that kind of get them in, but not really in. It's kind of strange. All you know, Hall of Fames are like that. Hockey Hall of Fame, basically, you got builder, you know, people, broadcasters go in, all that kind of weird shit. But anyway, who's going to decide who's going to induct people into the Cuck Chair Hall of Fame? Somebody, you guys get on that. The live chat's got a committee going already for that. I know, I could tell. So, you know, there's a couple things I'm excited about. Like, you know, I like Chubby Checker. I got to spend some time with Chubby Checker in my radio days. He was a cool dude. You know, Joe Cocker, you know, I think is an absolute legend. Fucking Joe Cocker is one of those artists that immediately changes a mood. You know, it's like, you can't really be in a sad mood once you start to put on With a Little Help from My Friend, or could you imagine Feeling All Right comes on? Are you not going to be just like, fuck, this is good? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, he's revolutionary, but he's no longer with us, you know? So it's kind of like, I don't know who they're going to get to perform and whatever. But anyway, we got a full list of performers and presenters. I'm not sure who pairs with whom, but they announced it today, and this is who's going to be presenting and performing at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony this year, which, by the way, is going to be in California. Usually it's in Cleveland or it's in Brooklyn. This year, they're going to California. Saturday, November 8th, it'll be streamed live on Disney Plus. That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll get to see Beck, Brandy Carlisle, David Letterman, Doja Cat, Elton John. I got excited for that. Flea, Iggy Pop, JID. I don't know who that is. Killer Mike. Love that dude. Maxwell, Missy Elliott, Olivia Rodrigo, Questlove, Ray, who is just Ray is amazing. Sleepy Brown, Taylor Momsen, 21 Pilots, and I'll tell you what really got me excited. Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims, because I'm like, who's gonna do the Joe Cocker stuff? And I still kind of feel like, who are you gonna get in there? But I feel like it's Teddy Swims. He's got that gravelly, rusty voice, same as what Joe Cocker had. I don't know if you let anybody else near that perform. Like, I don't know Teddy Swims that well. Can he pull that off? I feel like maybe he can. From the little I know about him, the couple songs I've heard, he might really be able to win a lot of people over. But you do one of those tributes well, you got hardcore fans for life, So that'll be exciting. I want to tell you about this bar down in Fort Lauderdale called the Elbo Room. I've had more and more people tell me about this. And so I decided to check it out for myself. And I had to stop watching it because it could be addicting at times. And I'm not really on the live stream anymore, but I'm a sucker for the clips. This Elbo Room down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, they've been live streaming their bar since 1996. Is that true? Is that really a thing? Cameras have been all over that bar since 1996. The beach cam, the patio cam, the band cam, and the bar cam. The strangest part is that those at home can watch all of its bar activity for free, no sound on YouTube from the comfort of their own couch. No cost to anybody. You just go on YouTube, go to the Elbo Room, and it'll pop up. How are they doing it before, though? Before YouTube? I guess maybe they were just filming it beforehand. I don't know. But it's so great because it's part of the reason why people love going to bars to begin with. Cuck Cam. Fuck. Paul is so good. He's so fucking good. You guys are so fucking fast sometimes. It's amazing. We should do a live Cuck Cam. We just film a cock chair. And it's just 24/7 cock chair. Somebody going to sit in it? Are they not going to sit in it? I don't know. Are you going to? Nobody's sitting in it right now, though. Are you going to tune away and miss when the person goes and sits in it? Can you take that chance? But the Elbow Room is great because it's why a lot of people like going to bars, especially people who don't like drinking. Like, they love going to bars because they could sit in the corner and just watch all the drunken assholes make drunken assholes out of themselves. So that's what happens at the Elbow Room. And I I would tune into the stream and watch for a couple of minutes. I'd be like, oh, what's that guy saying? What do you think he's saying? And then you go, oh, this guy's got no chance with this girl. This guy's got no fucking chance with this girl. And then there was one the other day, I saw a clip of it. There was a girl and she was talking to one guy, kind of kissing him and then touching the chest of another. Cuck situation. Cuckiest Maximus situation going on. But there's no sound, which is the brilliant part of it, because if you can hear it, it would kill the imagination you have to come up with to fill in the void of there being no sound. I mean, it's why you love to read a book over watch a TV show or a movie. You get to build the imagery in your own mind reading the book. It's the same thing with the live stream with no sound. You got to fill in the gaps. You got to fill in those gaps, man. And that's kind of the fun of it. So I wanted to spread the word to everybody. If you're looking for something fun, look into the Elbow Room. The great part about today's society and the algorithms is if you watch the Elbow Room a couple of times on YouTube, when you go on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, you will immediately start getting clips. And now you're getting the highlights. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the highlights. So, like it's like when you were a kid, like you had like a sip of beer and you're like, oh, this is a little funky feeling. And then all of a sudden you're doing Coke on a daily basis. That's kind of what it's like. You watch the stream and you're like, it could be good. It could be not good. It's kind of hit or miss. And then all of a sudden when the highlight clips of the Elbow Room start coming through your feed, you're floating. Now you're fucking floating. And it is a good time. Oh, no. Oh, please answer Roxy's question delicately in the chat, please. Please answer that. Please. Please answer that delicately. Let's take her through. It's her first time, it sounds like. So let's just all, let's just be delicate. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to let you guys do that one. I'm going to let you guys handle that one. Dolly Parton health update. This is so crazy. Dolly Parton's sister comes out yesterday and goes, please pray for my sister, everybody. And Dolly Parton, I don't know if you know this, Dolly Parton is 463 years old. She is up there in age. So as soon as we get the word from her sister, like, please pray for my sister's health, everybody goes into a massive panic. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? And they start freaking out. And so it wasn't until today when Dolly's other sister had to come out and say, Dolly has kidney stones and she's going to be okay. And please, actually, the sister didn't say that. It came out that Dolly Parton had kidney stones. And then everybody started attacking Dolly Parton's sister for being like, how could you fucking say that? People who aren't on the internet or internet savvy or media savvy kind of say it's sweet, innocent things and don't realize the hysteria they're causing by a simple statement like pray for my, like if that was any normal person that was like that ran into somebody on the street and like, how's your sister? Oh, she's got kidney stones. Yeah, you pray for her because she's, it's been a little bit of a rough, like that's totally normal. But when you say it on the internet and everybody gets into a frenzy, then death threats start happening. And so the other Dolly Parton sister had to come out and say, please stop screaming at my other sister for asking for simple prayers, And so that's one Parton sister sticking up for another Parton sister. If you pardon me saying. Yeah, so Frida and Stella and Dolly. There you go. I thought that would be a nice little update coming off of our Dollywood MAGAwood idea. I'm not going to read what the live chat told Roxy about what a cuck is. I'm just going to leave her reaction on the screen, which was, oh, geez. Now, Roxy, I don't know if you said it like that, but I envision you saying it like that. That's my interpretation. I read that as, oh, geez. Because I think that's how we all kind of feel about that whole thing. All right, everybody. A pleasure as always. It's been a lot of fun. Solo Ant Week continues here on the podcast as Frankie C has gone over to cover the peace in the Middle East for MSNBC. He's trying to figure out a way to ruin it for everybody. I think. I'm not sure. I'm investigating it. I'm looking into it right now. But it kind of feels like that's where it's at. And I have a source on this, and it's Candace Owens. Stop it. Okay. Don't forget to donate to the Star Legacy Foundation. That is to try and eliminate death at birth, like J-Subs had. She lost Diana Hope, her first baby, at birth. Star Legacy helps out with stillborn infant death, and it's a very worthy cause. Link in the description below.
Show me potato salad.
Donate if you can. Anything you could give is appreciated.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.
I love you all. Not you, though, Candace. I see you watching over there in the back corner. Candace is watching us like I watch the Elbow Room